volunteer in this county in 1993 as a firefighter with Mocksville Fire Department at the age of 18. Shortly after I joined the fire department, I obtained my EMT certification, followed by my advanced EMT certification. I also joined the Davie County Rescue Squad. During that time as a volunteer, I spent several years in the private sector with a career in computer networking. In 2009, I began working part-time for the county as an advanced EMT, and in 2017, I began to work full-time for the county, and shortly after, I obtained my paramedic certification while working on an ambulance. I just want you to know this is the person you want on the plane with you.
Or in my neighborhood.
He is not only the one you want on the plane, you do want him in your neighborhood.
You better believe it.
Greg says, as our world began to change with the introduction of the COVID pandemic, another problem was also rapidly growing in our nation, known as the opioid crisis. Leaders in our county were proactive and immediately began to work on solutions for Davie County. I was made aware of this and given the opportunity, along with my partner at the time, Lisa, to be on the ground floor of the efforts in our county to start a community paramedic program. The opioid task force was formed, which was consistent with the Emergency Medical Services, Health and Human Services, and the Sheriff's Department. Currently, I have the privilege of leading as the coordinator of our community paramedic program in Davie EMS, which consists of 2 full-time paramedics, 2 part-time paramedics, and a peer support specialist. Again, someone you want in your neighborhood.
Yep.
Our team responded to and follows up with mental health, substance disorders, and works with our aging population to ensure that they have the resources that they need. We work to get parents into short-term, long-term rehab programs, patients, not parents, but sometimes they're parents, into short-term, long-term rehab programs, as well as support them with our local 12-step program, such as Celebrate Recovery and Narcotics Anonymous. Last year, our CP team logged 1,136 calls.
Wow.
So far this year, we've logged over 500. You can see there's a need for this group in our county. The group has named themselves The Ones. I'm honored and humbled to be part of that team. And we're honored and humbled to have him in our county and to have him here with us today, because Greg Forbes is the gentleman that we have chosen for Citizen of the Year from Mocksville.
I will say that I was on a flight to So I had a flight. We'd have a conference we go to yearly. It's a Mobile Integrated Health Conference, and on the flight back, I had my EMS shirt on, so I did get an upgrade seating. The flight attendant, he said, "Would you mind sitting by the one of the exit doors?" So that worked in my favor. So but no, seriously, I appreciate this, and it is the whole team. It's kind of hard to accept something like this when you've got a whole team that works with you. And those calls, that's not how many like overdose patients we have in total. A lot of those takes multiple visits, 10, 20, 30, whatever it takes to get to appointments and that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, thank y'all. Appreciate y'all having me today and appreciate the award. Thanks for what y'all do.
Thank you. Dr. Oftentimes for Davie County Enterprise, so God bless you for all your business.
Can you tell us one success story that you've had through your work?
Well, just yesterday, we got 2 to rehab, so. thank you.
Oh, wow.
It's a lot of ups and downs. Some of these patients we work with multiple times.
Yeah.
I've got a sign on our door in our office that it says never underestimate the power of planting of seeds, because a lot of days we plant seeds. But just this week, kind of come up last minute, we had 2 folks that we've been working for months. And it's a male and a female, so we stopped, the first stop was in Lenore at a female rehab center. It's gonna be a 2-month program. And then the male we took on up to Black Mountain, and that's a year-long program.
Oh, no.
So, and we've got, in that little summary she gave, the group, the ones, that's the group that we're working with consistently, and they've self-named themselves. So we pick those folks up, we go to meetings, sometimes 3 meetings a week, but, it's a core group, and they're kind of encouraging each other, the way those programs work, so. That's just a couple of them, but yeah, there's a lot of success stories. It took us, the first couple of years, you know, when you start something new, it's kind of frustrating, you knock on a lot of doors, and a lot of people just didn't trust us. But as things grow, it's kind of compounding. Just on the way to rehab yesterday, one of the folks, before we got there, says, I have somebody, can you call this person? So on the way back home, it was myself and the peer support specialist. On the way home, we called that person to see if we could start talking to them and working on some treatment. So it's working.
Outstanding. So with these, go ahead.
I was gonna ask about funding for your program. I believe you have to also, I don't know how much you get from county money, but you have to always apply for grants.
We do, we're working under several grants. We have a MAT, which is a medical assisted treatment grant right now. That's funding our peer support person. We have a smaller grant that we're getting through the Woodson that we just reapplied for, we're hoping. that comes through, but we're always looking for other options. And the county has been great to support us.
If someone that you're taking to rehab, if they have no funds, who pays for that?
So there's different options. So we're partners is the agency the county uses. So if somebody does not have insurance, we started a place called Daymark in Winston, and they pretty much have to take them. It's like a 5 to 7 day detox. And from there, they can help find options. The place in Lenore is one of the cheaper ones. I mean, you can spend, you know, I've talked to families that spend tens of thousands of dollars on rehab. But there are different options. There's a faith-based program in Lenore. I think I hit the button here. So there's a faith-based program in Lenore. The intake fee for that's like $350, but they have scholarships. So we have to, some of those with the scholarships are harder to get into. It takes a lot of calling around, trying to find an open bed. But yeah, scholarships are available. So.
How about that year-long program?
That one, I think it was around $400 or $500 for the person.
Did they have to sign their own self in, or does
Yeah.
someone have to sign them in?
Yeah, so, you know, we do have some involuntary stuff. That's hard to do because you usually have to involve a magistrate. And unless somebody's really threatening to, you know, I would say harm themselves, but doing drugs is harmful, but unless they're willing, like have a plan, that's hard to get an IVC on a patient. So most of the folks we work with are voluntarily. And it's a rough road. You know, we'll go to, you know, 5 to 7 day detox, and a lot of them don't make it the first time, but we keep going back. We have to stay kind of open-minded with them, keep in contact, because I've had several that's taken a few times, and they have to hit that rock bottom. And it finally clicks. And when they're ready, that's when it'll happen.
That's impressive.
How unique is this program to
So,
the state or?
community paramedicine and MIH has started kind of out west, Midwest. So it's not a new concept. In North Carolina, I'm gonna say like the last 5 years, it's really taken off. In North Carolina, Wake County and McDowell County had the first 2 pilot programs in the state. So when we started looking at starting our program, Lisa and I, we went to some other counties. We rode with Iredell County for a few days, kind of to see what they had going on. And then we took our certification course, which was another course on top of, you know, being a regular paramedic. I did my ride time in McDowell County because it's kind of it's a smaller kind of see what they did in Lisa Road and Cabarrus. So we rode with those counties to kind of see what they had going on and then tailored to fit Davie. Our program, there's a lot of community paramedic programs in the state now and they're growing, but they're all different. Some of them focus more on the aging population. We got our initial funding through grants for substance use, so that's where a lot of our efforts have gone. And we still do the other, you know, folks get discharged from the hospital, need some help with medications, we do all that. We have to prioritize a lot. We get to everybody, but sometimes, you know, these are non-urgent calls and we have to kind of triage where we go that day. But we're hoping to grow the program even more. We've asked for additional CP this year in our budget, so we'll see what happens. But most of the surrounding counties, Forsyth has a program. Yadkin's got a program that's just kind of getting, they tried to start it around COVID and they've kind of regrouped and trying to restart their program. Iredell has a good program, and to my knowledge, Davidson still does not have a program as far as surrounding counties.
Well, as you say, it certainly takes a team and a team of a lot of people, but there are team leaders, and certainly you are one of those, and we're pleased to have you in this county. Thank you for being here.